Sometimes I'm accused of being a bit of a Skoda fanboy. Nothing is ever wrong with my car and Skoda can do no wrong. Well, I've got a fault with my car. So just to prove that I don't just say the good stuff, here's one about when something goes wrong. So my car has got triple zone climate control. It's a 2024 edition model, the 85 Coupe. So that means it comes with triple zone climate control as standard. And you can control the climate control in the rear from the infotainment screen. Except on mine, at the moment, it is showing completely blank. There's nothing there whatsoever, and it is totally and utterly blank. There are digital controls, physical controls in the back, so when I've got passengers in the back, they can control the temperature there, but I can't do anything. If they leave it set at 25 degrees, there's not a thing I can do about it. Also in the front, the Enyaq's got a feature whereby when the passenger seat's empty, as it is at the moment, then the heating doesn't work on that side. It goes to eco mode, and therefore that makes it more efficient to heat the car. And mine isn't behaving reliably at the moment. It is sometimes defaulting to the same temperature as the driver's set to. It's sometimes defaulting to something else altogether. I don't know what's controlling that. And the way you can fix that is you can turn the HVAC system off completely and turn it back on again. And then it resets to exactly the way it should work. So that would suggest there's a software issue. So the car was booked in this morning to my dealer here in Edinburgh. It's West End Skoda. They have had the car for the day, and they have they've done a great job today in that I said I needed it back by a certain time in the afternoon. They've confirmed and returned the car to me well within that time, so thanks very much for that. And unfortunately, they haven't been able to find anything. The car hasn't recorded any errors. There are no technical bulletins for it. They don't know what's going on. So they haven't just fobbed me off. If I was in receipt of that message, this would be a very different video. But what they've said is, look, we need to investigate this. We need to raise this with the factory. We need to raise a fault. We need to investigate it. And so the car is going to be booked in, and they've suggested they keep it for 3 days, and I'll have a courtesy car for that time. So that's really good. And I always say it's not whether you have faults with any product, cars is just one example, but it's more about how they're resolved and dealt with when you have them. So quite happy with the way that's been handled. And I know that they haven't simply just plugged the car in and run a diagnostic and said, computer says nothing. I'm sure they have plugged it in and the computer has indeed said nothing. But I know when I dropped the car off this morning, it was at 47%. And when I jumped back in the car this afternoon, the heating was set to 25 degrees and there's a good 9% being wiped off the state of charge. So they have definitely been testing it. And it also shows the impact that the heating has on your consumption, because when I dropped the car this morning, I think it was, from memory, something like 4.7 miles per kilowatt hour. It's now down at 2.2. So clearly the guys in the workshop have had that heating ramped up, and they've been trying every possible combination of button presses and commands on the infotainment screen. So I can't say anything more than that at the moment, other than it's been investigated. They're now going to raise it with the factory. I've also spoken to my contacts at Skoda, who've said that the dealer does need to, very much encouraging the dealer, if they weren't already doing it, to raise a technical issue with the factory. So that is all good. So we shall see how it progresses. But hopefully that shows that these cars are not any different from any other car. Faults do and can occur. And it's all about, as I say, how it's resolved when these things happen. So fingers crossed they can get to the bottom of it. Is it a major fault? Not really. It's the car's still perfectly drivable. It's just a bit irritating. And in fact, it's been this way for a few months. I didn't really notice anything was going on until my son sat in the back of the car, because he's away at university these days. So 99% of the time, there's nobody in the back of this car. And it was only when he was there, I said to him, is that heating on? And he said, yeah, it's showing as 22 degrees. And in the front, it showed 0. It showed nothing. It showed that there was no temperature set, there was no heating active. And it's that at that point I realized something was actually faulty. So As I say, I'm hoping it is software. In fact, it really must be software related, because the heating's working. The car's getting hot. When I picked it up, it was absolutely roasting. So clearly the heating actually works, and it's just a bit of a minor irritation about how you control it. Anyway, that's all for now. I thought I'd just do a very, very short video, and I will see you in another video very soon, and I will do a progress update on this particular fault. But the next video you should see will be one about winter driving in an electric vehicle, but specifically Skoda electric vehicles, and why the range number, which people obsess about so much before they get an EV, and even when they first got an EV, isn't really something you should worry about, because the number can go up and it can go down. It is a prediction, it's a guess about the future. Do you know what? Predictions often don't come true. So I'll do a little spoiler alert here. The video I did at the weekend would show that the car actually drove far further than it claimed it would be able to. But more detail to come soon. Anyway, I'll see you in another video very soon.